do magic, even though there were major critics at the time, because of course he was still in the camp of the FCT minister. There were major critics in the time or at the time, and a lot of them were a lot of them were what's the word now? Were saying, oh, what policies do you have for River State? What policies do you have? And that's what we were, talking about for the better part of the first 3 to 6 months of His Excellency Governor Siminalayi Fubara. And I'm hoping we can do the same here with the local government administration. Of course, we're not also expecting them to, do some miracle or some magic and just out of thin air bring out some gigantic projects. No. But I'm wondering, do you know what the policies are of the various local government chairmen, your local government chairman, the local government chairman who is in charge of administrating your local government? Do you know? Now, remember sometime this year, I can't remember now how much it was, but we talked about how much some of these local governments get every month. Now, I remember when, the local government in Broglo was happening, the back and the forth about extension and no extension. I remember that we were told that Ikwere, for instance, in 4 months, or was it 3 months, had received about 1 billion plus naira in 3-4 months. So we did the mathematics and we agreed that it's somewhere around the region of 300 and 400 million a month. And with that, we expect our local governments to thrive. We expect our local governments to be way more than just paying salaries and doing new secretariat buildings and all of that we usually would do, and say, or build markets. No, we're expecting something huge, something different, something that can be in locals. But he plans to fail. Just a plan. That's what we've been told you. Yes, now we all know that if you want a human to be breast, then getting told from the child. So now is the best time for us to begin to have conversations that will help us a better administration. Because Nigeria, once a thing becomes a habit, it's difficult. So very habit before it becomes out of the financial areas, it's a rush to really charge as people, because it's a tier of government that is close to the people. So have you had any interface with your local government chairman? You listening to me from Bonny, you're listening to me from Opobo, you're listening to me from Kana or Gukana or Antai or Eleme or Uigu or Eche or Muma. You're listening to me from Andoni. You're listening to me from, the different local government, Awuda East, Awuda West, Degema, Abun, Akuku Toro, Asari Toro, Okrika, Ogubolo. You're listening to me from all of these places, Abua Odwal. The question is, have you had any, let's leave political sentiments, let's leave who we're supporting, let's leave who our leader is, we all have leaders, I guess. Let's leave those leaders and let's focus on what is the blueprint. That's what the word I've been looking for. What is the blueprint for the local government? Because that's the only way we can be able to get to the point of development where we will no longer be celebrating like we've done over the years, mediocrity. I'm not saying anybody's mediocre, and I've not called any names, but we will not be celebrating mediocrity, but rather we will become really for development. But anyways, I've got to go to the phone line to take 1 or 2 calls before my first commercial stop, so we can hear your thoughts. Policy blueprint for local governments. Yes, we can measure projects in 2 months, but we can measure policies, right? We can look at policies and say, oh, this is where we see ourselves in the future. This is something we can do on the show. All right, let's go to the phone line stand. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. At least we can argue that there is some recognition, because if I should read from that Facebook page, the River State House of Assembly, Martin Ameuli led, you would see something like this, one headline: Rivers Assembly Speaker enjoins House Committee to expedite action in submitting report on October 7 local government disturbances. They may have called it disturbances, but I wonder if they it feels like they recognize. I do not know. I might be wrong. But let's go to the phone line to Emeka from Elile Alimini. Emeka, welcome.
Thank you, my dear brother.
All right.
Good evening.
Yeah.
So I want to sincerely, if you allow me to score all the local government chairman,
you can't score all. Score yours. Personalize it, please.
If you allow me, okay, can I say something in my own local government?
Yeah, please do.
Yes, my dear brother, David Omereji is a God sent.
Okay.
Local government.
Okay.
Under his watch, just barely 2 months in office, there is a lot of road construction in Obakere. He has brought light to us. We have some parts the local government chairman refused to do. Over 5 years, we have been in darkness in the name of our local government.
Okay.
He has spent over 1.something billion. You had the man this morning.
Okay.
Go to Egbeda. They are doing roads.
Okay.
Come to Obakere. They are doing roads. And he has empowered vigilante. They that will call us back to be watching over all the communities in the local government. My dear brother, let's commend him and thank him. God bless you.
All right, so David Emereji, you're thanking him, but I've got Braid from One. Braid, let's talk.
Yeah, greetings to Mr. Batubo.
Yeah, greetings to you.
Yes, let me talk about a territory where I hail from.
Okay, have you been there recently, or based on what you hear?
There is no weekend I don't touch the woman.
All right then. All right, let's talk.
The headquarters of the local government.
All right.
Yeah, I think the local government needs to do more.
What has he done? What policies does he have?
There is no tangible thing right now that I can point to.
As expected.
We have the poultry. By now, that poultry should have been functioning.
Braid, you must have misconstrued my conversation. Of course, you don't expect the local government to be up and doing projects all over in 2 months, barely 2 months. The question is, what policies of the local government chairman are you aware of that you can say, oh, okay, I like this one, I don't like this one, let's do it this way. That's the conversation.
That is what I am telling you.
Okay.
For now, there is no any tangible policy right now because the period is so short right now. But in as much as it's short, the 3 months of the caretaker chairman, we could be able to see some tangible thing going on. So
you're saying your chairman has not promised, has not said these are the things he's going to do.
Nothing. As I speak with you now, we really need to rejig and come up with good, reasonable things.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Maybe because you're
in the news. Yeah, in the news. What is that you have carried in Asari local government?
It must not be in the news. Like the governor said yesterday.
It must be in the news now.
Oh, okay.
Since I don't know, I am from the local government. You are asking me, am I so sure? So I'm also asking, what is that is in the news that you have your president has carried?
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Braid. Braid has said nothing in Asari Toro. If you're in Asari Toro, I wonder if you can back up or counter what he has said. But I do have a commercial coming up in a bit. Before I go in for that, let's look at this one. Rogers Okabi from Orabali saying nothing is happening in my ward, which is Ward 3, Port Harcourt City. But what about other wards? Are other things happening there in your city, so to say? This one says the local chairman is really not doing anything to help with the infrastructural development in their local government. Once they pay salary, they feel they've done much. Even salary is difficult for them to pay. Do you know, up until now, they haven't paid November salaries? And that's Gift from Port Harcourt. You see, they need to improve. Commercial.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.
do good use. I'm going to try and make good use of the time that we have. All right, welcome back. So what have we been talking about on Hard Facts this hour? We have been looking at the local government administrations across the 23 local government areas. We have been looking at also, what the Legislative Assembly, have been doing. 319 wards in the 23 local government areas. What have they been, the representative of these wards, what have they been doing as it relates to administration at the local government level? Now, you would remember sometime this year, the Supreme Court did give a judgment saying, hey, local governments should be financially autonomous. And it's time for us to follow these administrations and see and ensure that we're doing the right thing. So I'm asking the question. I'm not asking you to tell me what project that these local government chairmen have done, because it's almost all. I'm not saying it's impossible. We've seen countries like China do miracles in a month, in 2 months, set up gigantic projects. No, we're not asking for all of that. We're saying what policies, just like, we argued that the president's policy, some said it was good, some said it was bad. Remember early into his administration, June last year. I remember all of those arguments. So can we make similar arguments for our local government chairman, for or against? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and 0809-030-64164 WhatsApp. Let's get your thoughts. Let's see. I was reading some messages, and let's start with this one. It says, good evening, Kaladakuru. My name is Jesse Akayogo from Guara community. The executive chairman of KNLJ, Honorable Martins Wigbo, has been really trying since he assumed office. I want to thank him for his energy in providing transformers in some streets in Bori, in KNLJ, as it will help students and businesses in Bori. All right. Thank you. This one says, please help ask the chairman of Port Harcourt City to pay us our arrears. We are entitled to. They say, please help ask the chairman of Port Harcourt City to pay us our arrears we're entitled to. Other chairmen have paid 4 months arrears. What is holding him to pay? Please, I don't want to mention my name. I work there also. Okay, thank you. Let's listen to Temple from Eche. Temple, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
The very distinguished Canada, I salute you once again.
I salute you as well. Welcome.
Look at what we are talking about, policies and programs. Looking at Eche, where I come from, where I have a man, I say that I describe as a square peg in a square hole, talking about Honorable Dr. Uzodem Mama for my own local government chairman. But the very distinguished Canada, if I may say, is it bad, or will it be a surprising if I tell you that my chairman has already started some good projects that will bring some kind of good development to Eche people?
Tell me about it.
I'm talking to you now. The electrification project in ensuring that some communities that have already have light, but for the past 5-10 years, they don't have light again. And some of them that doesn't have light, trying to reconnect them, put poles, put transformers. That is a project that is ongoing as I'm talking to you right now.
Okay.
You understand? So you look at some kind of, ensuring that there is a working, enabling environment for the civil servants in terms of implementation and their promotion areas. That has also been affected. So those are good projects. And if you look at the issue, you hear that in recent years, Eche has, been shouting on top of their voices on this issue of land grabbing, even to the extent that some communities or chiefs has also accused, the OSPAC of, collaborating with these land grabbers and all what have you. So the chairman is also on top of that situation.
All right. Quickly, Temples. I'm going to ask you the question. Would you argue that life under an financially autonomous local government is better? Would you argue that?
I tell you, I'm telling you authoritatively with immediate alacrity that if this is what autonomous, at in local government getting their funds and ensuring that their local government chairman use it judiciously. I think the testament of Honorable Zodi Mangwakwa has defined that to HA people.
All right, then. All right.
That is just the mantra of my governor.
All right.
Rivers first.
All right. Thank you, Temple.
Money for HA people.
All right, Temple, I've got to go. I've got Justice from Rumolumeni. Justice, welcome.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I want to talk in respect of our local government, where I hail from.
Okay.
Now, the chairman of that local government is just top-notch. Now, he is into poverty alleviation. And you know what he's doing?
Tell me.
He has reduced the transport fare of people like me who will have to spend more than 7,000 naira to come to Port Harcourt. Meaning that I have to spend a minimum of 14,000 naira coming to Port Harcourt and going back. Now, that has been reduced to 1,500. Now, do your calculation if I have to do it, say, 5 times in a month. Won't the remaining be plunged into something else, another productive venture? That's a whole lot of poverty alleviation. Now, the issue, I came from Odwa, which is the riverine part of Abua Odwa. Now, after the flood, the chairman has visited our communities, and shockingly, he was surprised to see certain people who are still going back to the streams to take water from that, a polluted stream for drinking. And he has told me that potable water has to be provided before the 24th of this month. Tell me, have you not paid the money you will be spending in gastroenteritis and other forms of ill health? So that policy trust of the chairman is really unprecedented, and I must commend him for that. So thanks to the governor who has even, okayed the what do you call it? The financial autonomy of local government, and local government chairman is doing just what we want. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. I've got Alozie from Omuma. Alozie, welcome. What is on your mind?
All of the people, good afternoon.
Yeah, greetings to you.
All of the people, first of all, the question you asked, I think we should start to raise the campaign to educate the people the minimum of amount of money the local government is receiving now, so that they will have the power to question and ask for proper accountability and how this money allocated to the various local governments have been used.
Okay.
If you ask me, since 1999 to date, local government are not doing well, not only in River State.
Okay.
Like my local government, 6 years ago, I cannot lay my hand that this particular thing is what the past local government chairman did.
What local? Okay, in Omuma you say, in Omuma, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can point out and say that this is what the past local government chairman did. But in my life, I don't like to eulogize people. But there is one thing about me: if I see you doing well, I will appreciate what you are doing. Since the inception of the sitting chairman of Omuma local government, Honorable Reginald Promise, he has performed beyond my expectation. Some of the things I was crying, even here in your radio station, we don't have a health center, we don't have this, the other. He has outlined those things according to the scale of need of the people of Omuma. He's attending to them one after the other. So for Canada, if you ask me, I think we should have a kind of a platform where we'll be going to know what exactly the local government is earning. So but
I think I gave you that I gave you a website from Budget. I wonder where that is now. I gave you a website from Budget where you could go check all of these things. I would have to go back and that's how we were able to find out that some local governments are receiving as much as 500 million.
That is true. But the thing there is, I am begging local government chairman, this perception of let me satisfy myself and my crony, I think most of them should start to jettison it now. At the exception of 6 years, most of them have hotels they build with local government money. Most of them have filling stations they build with local government money. But go to these various local governments You cannot trace one particular project that all these former chairmen do in the name of the local government. So we should start to ask ourselves questions, most especially those of them who are in seats now. Projects should go beyond building markets. Projects should go beyond sharing, giving a man who is servicing a debt of 200,000, you are giving him 150,000 as an empowerment. It should go beyond buying cars. It should go beyond buying keke and paper and giving to the people. If you are a chairman and you have a hotel of your own that can start test of time, you can open copying on your own with public money, allegedly.
All right.
It is expected that you open a company with the local government name. We are crying, no employment.
But I've got to
Why
get
can't local government create something to employ people aside from the local government work? The money is there, they should utilize it, please.
All right, thank you very much.
Hello,
Bright is calling from Rumodumaya. Bright, welcome. What is on your mind? Please talk to me.
Thank you, Kalada. Good evening.
Yeah, greetings. Welcome on the show.
My concern is Obiakpo local government chairman.
Tell me about it.
You know, before now, we do have local government that come and go at the end of the day, nothing. But I believe that the past one before the current one did well. We say that this is about 3 years in terms of education and so on. So my concern is the current one. When you go to Obiakpo, you will see structures built by former local government chairmen, well structured. But this man came and started his own structure within 2 weeks of resumption of office. Hello?
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Within 2 weeks of resumption of office, we are talking about how to empower people. And when it takes, Obiakpo is the richest local government, even by allocation, by internal generated revenue.
I mean in the States.
Up to now, we have not heard of anything other than to change the building's name from one name to another, to open market that we can dispute and so on and so forth. So we are talking about what will benefit to the people. When we talk about salaries is mandatory for every worker. So paying salary, you don't need anything at all because that is the people's right. So
right.
They should look for it.
Summarize, I'm listening.
They should look for something like any engaging personal people in hectares of land, apportion it to people. Buy any seeds that will be beneficiary to the people. At the end of the day, there will be something from the local government, not by sharing money, mobilizing other politicians, even those who have also gone to their house as in gone to sleep. You wake up as money to towards local government.
Bright, thank you. I've got to go. I've got to give my parents right now, but let's look. Lady V says, if I'm to rate the chairman under the 2 months of the reign, under the local government chairman has surpassed 100% in the 2 months of Honorable Lazarus Gokote in Tuogwile, I'll pronounce his name well. If like the primary health centers and school buildings in different communities, rehabilitations of treated borehole waters, completion of some projects left by the previous administration, and payment of salaries, his target is to commission most of these projects in his 100 days in office. Lady V, thank you. Thank you very much, but I've got to go.